In the kitchen now with Shana Conradt. She is a cookbook author, has a new website, and is basically your mission is to
kind of trick people into eating healthy without losing the flavor. So I like to write healthy recipes where people eat them and think, like, no way this can be healthy because it tastes so awesome. So I use ingredients kind of in a creative way, and I, try to show people how to do that at home.
And you've got two boys, one going off to kindergarten.
Yes, they're
the
watching
youngest.
right now. What camera are we on here?
Right here. Right
Okay.
here.
Hi, guys.
Mom's going to make muffins.
Mom's going to make muffins.
So what are the kids' names?
Jonah and Sawyer. Jonah's going into 2nd grade, and Sawyer is starting kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
So I'm at the opposite side of you. I'm not sending off to college. I'm finally sending them both off to school.
Yeah, like that cartoon says, it was like...
yes, I am there.
Yeah, you go, and then wait till they're 18, and you're
right.
like, no, I can't believe it flew by so quick. We were just learning how to ride a bike and training wheels and all that kind of stuff. So we're making muffins. I think muffins are just such a fun, there's so much cold cereal that you can send the kids off with in the morning. It gets boring after a while.
But from my perspective, one big thing about muffins is, you walk into a gas station or a bakery and you can find a muffin that's gigantic. Even a normal sized blueberry muffin is like 260 calories and 14 grams of fat. And what's wonderful about these is that they're low calorie, they're low fat, there's a little more protein because we use Greek yogurt, which also, because we use a whole wheat pastry flour, the Greek yogurt keeps the muffins really moist, and that's really important because a lot of people worry about using whole wheat flours because it makes the food really dense and heavy.
Right.
And sometimes it loses the moisture, and so again, if you can incorporate some foods in a creative way, you can keep that taste and flavor that you expect, but keep it healthy also.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
All muffins are not created equal,
Exactly.
and some of them are really, you might as well have a big piece of chocolate cake. So,
right.
All right, muffins, still the madness to the making muffins is two different, bowls as always.
Wet and dry.
Okay, wet and dry. So I've got the wet here.
All right, so we're going to start actually with the butter and the sugar.
Okay.
So we're going to cream the butter and the sugar first.
Just by hand?
Yeah, you could use a mixer if you'd like to, but if I don't have to get my mixer dirty, I try
I'm
not to.
totally with you.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
exactly.
Anne's totally with you here.
So I just use my fork.
Okay.
So throw the brown sugar in and then just go.
So softened butter. So we're actually using butter though. So
we are
you're
using
okay
butter.
with butter?
At least your body knows what to do with it.
Okay.
So I'm most definitely into using healthy natural foods, and I do think butter is natural. And we have, a half a stick of butter.
Yeah,
It's
there
really
wasn't a
not
ton.
that bad.
Yeah,
No, and the
yeah.
same with my sugars. I use real brown sugar. I really try to stay away from the preservatives, and that's also why we're going to line our muffin tins, because I try to avoid using the sprays because they have some funky stuff in them. So
good point. Okay.
Now the rest of the wet can kind of go in. So we
Okay.
have. We're going to use just the whites of the eggs,
Okay.
so I'll crack these, and then you can put in the vanilla and the Greek yogurt.
Okay, so it looks like maybe half a teaspoon of vanilla there?
Yep.
Okay. And
We
then
have 3/4 of a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt.
and you love this stuff. I know you use it a ton.
I am the biggest fan of Greek yogurt that there is. Chobani is a company that I work very closely with, and the new book I'm writing is actually called Getting Fit with Superfoods. So each chapter focuses on a food, and Greek yogurt is one of my foods. So I have a whole chapter on recipes with Greek yogurt where I can educate people more on it and use it in kind of a fun way.
And it used to be like hard to find.
Totally.
Now it's like you can get it anywhere.
Exactly.
And they come in all different flavors, and
Yep.
so they're really great, for dips.
Oh my gosh, especially for dips. I mean, when did vegetable dip become a health food?
Right.
But now you use Greek yogurt in those same seasonings, and you have a high protein vegetable dip, which is incredible.
Right. All right, so our wet ingredients, the yogurt, brown sugar, butter, vanilla, and 2 egg whites.
Exactly.
Okay.
So while you're doing that, I'm just going to talk about this quickly again.
Yeah.
We have a whole wheat pastry flour here.
Yep.
We have baking powder, and we have salt, and that's it.
I'm going to get our rest of our pizza cups out of the oven here. Ooh.
Oh, cool. So we're just going to sift or mix this together a little bit. And then dump. And this is when people might freak out a little. When you're doing this at home, this is when you start to stir and it becomes like thick and heavy. And I know that you said when I put these baked ones out that they kind of looked like scones. The dough will seem, it's not like runny. You don't pour this batter.
Okay.
It's sticky.
Okay.
But that's exactly what you want. And that's when people will get nervous and they'll think, oh my God, I'm making these little rocks for muffins, but you are not. You have to trust me.
Okay. And don't overmix them though, right?
Don't overmix them, but obviously we got to get all that stuff in there.
Okay.
So
I'll go ahead and line our tins here, and you were a big believer of those.
I am.
Those. Okay.
Yeah, and they're really easy to peel off at the end, so that's nice too. Doesn't ruin the look of your muffins. So now we're going to take our blueberries. I have a cup of fresh blueberries. Blueberries and eggs and flour are some of the things that I really focus on doing organic. There's a lot that's done to the blueberries that you would find in the regular section of the grocery store, so berries are a huge organic thing for me.
Okay.
You can squish the blueberries up a little bit because the dough is kind of heavy. So
okay. You want me to get a scoop? We use a scoop.
Yeah, that's great.
Does that work?
And you get pretty full muffin tins, so it's nice.
Those are huge, beautiful blueberries.
Yeah.
So oven temperature, Shana, for these?
Like 350, 400 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, you just kind of have to keep an eye on them. I would say 10, 15 minutes max if you watch them, depending on, like you said earlier, all ovens are different. So you just want to make sure that you don't burn them. They don't puff up a ton, as you can see. They raise nicely.
They look beautiful.
Yeah,
though.
the top
really
just gets nice and brown. And
very fun to be able to throw these together quick and hand them to the kids before they get on the bus.
yeah, and even in lunch.
Yeah,
I mean,
in your lunch bag.
yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Or even for you to take on your way out the door.
I'm with you. I would definitely be happy about that. Shana, if you want to get a hold of her, what's the best way to people? You also do a lot of speaking.
Yeah.
You're a private chef. You'll come now and cook for families.
Correct. Yeah, so my main focuses are my second cookbook. I do a lot of corporate wellness speaking, so health-related topics, cooking demonstrations, even some like one-on-one work with companies that have, whether it's a cafeteria or things like that, where they like to maybe ramp it up a little bit,
Sure.
make it a little more healthy.
Sure.
I do personal chef services, so I cook for families who either don't have time or just want to lose weight, get healthy, get their kids healthy, and maybe it's a dual income family where they're both working and there's not a lot of time. But on Monday I launched my own website, so it's shanaleeconrad.com, and absolutely everything that I do is there. So if anyone wants to learn more about me or contact me in any way, they can find me there.
Wonderful. And the muffins look fantastic. I can hardly wait to dive in. What are you making next time?
We are making cookies.
All right.
I know, and usually I'm here cooking food and we're baking today. It's totally out of my element, but we're doing good.
Peanut butter cookies, I hear.
Peanut butter cookies.
Perfect to tuck in the kids' lunch bag, and they're actually
it's my weekness.
healthy for them, too.